Viewer discretion is advised.
Call me Snake.
I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. 4.5 introduces engineering, finally accessible in-game. We need to expect this to be tweaked heavily. We have already seen so many tweaks since introduction in Elguapoe, and now it seems pretty easy to deal with. First and foremost, like and subscribe to increase my social credit score. Now, I'm going to dive straight into what really matters with 4.5 and mining currently. Rejoice! 4.5 fixed the mole's turrets. We can now swap lasers again on the mole.
It's about goddamn time.
And don't need to rely on that teaches mole helix. Aside from that, it seems surge modules are only sold at Levski along with the Riger C3 module and the Bormax gadget. These all seem to be Nix exclusives now. So if you are like me, when patch starts, you are heading to Levski to make sure you are stocked up on these important mining tools and hauling it back home. They also made changes to scanning. You will now see a lot more garbage while scanning, and you will also now see hand minables popping up as well. Ground vehicle minables and hand minables aren't only appearing close as they did before. Now they can pop in at the same distance as your ship minables do. To combat wasting your time and going to all of those clusters that you don't normally go to, do your initial scan, pick a target, tighten that ping angle, scan again. Hold left click. If deposit type pops up, you're good. We know it's something we want. If the little rock indicators are really tight and clustered, almost stacked up on top of each other, well, then you know that's a hand or ground vehicle mineable. Well, on that topic, ground vehicle minables give you like 20 rocks per node break, and FPS minables give you about 5 rocks per node break. I had no problem mining Hadnite with a Geo, even though Hadnite, Aphorite, and Olivine were all relegated to being FPS minables a few patches back. So I don't see the rock even having trouble with these things. Now let's get to the meat. Just as salvaging took a hit a couple patches ago with having to refine scrap at horrible yield percentages, mining has also received the same treatment in 4.5. As you can see by the graphic, the left side shows the yields you get back for the various processes in 4.4, and the yields on the right are what we get now in 4.5 and onward. That is about a 47% decrease in yield. Wow! This means that the refinery you choose and the negative percentages and positive bonuses actually matter a little bit more now compared to before. But don't worry, I know I just pissed you off. Don't shoot the messenger. We all know this is because refining is being reworked, and refinery ships like the Expanse and even our beloved Arastra is on its way. This change, I believe, is all about the crafting system incoming. But hold on, it's not all doom and gloom. There is a bright side to this, hear me out. Oh baby. I am now going to bombard you with graphics I had to make. Bear with me. Let's start with the commons. Now all the values I show you are just the values that are in-game at 4.4 and taken from UEX averages. Then from 4.5 at Levski and Orison TDD. Hot damn, 360% increase in value. Now on to the tier 2 minerals. We see the weakest change here at an 80% value increase. Now for tier 1s, we see some nice changes, look at that. An average of about 140% increase in the value. For S tier minerals, this is outstanding. Almost a 260% average increase in value to the best ship mining minerals in the game. Now to break this down even further, it means we got around a 47% decrease in the refined minerals we get back when refining, but we are seeing an 80% to 360% increase in value from those rocks. So simply put, With tier 2s right now, we're pretty much breaking even. Commons, we are making a killing compared to before. For tier 1 minerals, we are earning more than 25% more than we were before the refinery yields were halved. Finally, for S tier minerals, we are seeing something like 2 times more cash, even with refinery yields almost halved. This is a massive change to mining in Star Citizen. It will make waves and change mining forever. Now let's just hope these prices stick around for a while. Anyways, a side note, Stellaron is selling at Nick's Gateway and Pyro for a high price, but only take about 60 SCU at a time before you have to wait again. Personally, I've been selling my Stellaron there and then hauling the rest of what I've got over to sell at Levski from Nick's Gateway. Also, it turns out people are paying the big bucks on UEXcorp.space marketplace. If you got that quant, save it and sell it to one of these guys. Now let's talk engineering with mining. It was much more brutal and unforgiving before. It seems to have eased up a lot. Engineering with mining is really simple. Doesn't need fancy new parts. It doesn't need a lot of effort. Stock works just fine. The mole isn't gold standard. You handle all of your engineering on the MFD panel. Don't overcharge rocks too much, or you will be forced to repair via the MFD. If you repair a component one time, that component's max health is now at 20. Now you will need to go and actually repair it on a pad somewhere that gets worse. For me, before the most recent changes to engineering, the big issue and worry was overheating, shutting off the ship, and components catching on fire. That isn't much of a concern anymore unless some other ship comes in and lights you up. Speaking of lighting you up, ships have working fire extinguishers. Use them if you have a fire. One of the most important components on your ship is your life support module. It actually does something now. Shut off your life support module, you lose oxygen in your ship. Simple. You can also vent your ship with opening all doors or daisy chaining the doors. They say that also helps with fires. Anyways, there are many videos you can check out that tackle the topic of engineering in depth. Speaking of peak engineering, do not forget VKB now has active warehouses in the US. If you want some badass sticks or a badass new throttle, check out VKB. I guarantee VKB won't be the cause of your ship fire. Tell them Elguapoe sent you. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, that's right. I'm just here to tell you what matters. Don't worry about it. Just bring some Cambio cartridges for that little vape gun you got, because in the current state, engineering with mining is so simple that even your local slam addict can deal with it. I mined with a full mole, max power surges and helixes and all, no coolers on, and barely ran into any issues at all. The solo mole's a breeze. Just set it and forget it, and make sure you aren't popping in the red zone a little too often. Now, if you do, just press repair. And the golem, my golem took some hits. But again, no big deal. Just watch for overcharges. Repair when needed. You can also manually repair. That's where your Cambio cartridges come to play. Now, the Prospector was pretty damn fun until they tamed engineering. I was overheating, falling out of the sky, catching fire. Now, it's back to regular scheduled programming, which some will prefer for sure. The last thing I want to mention is wear. You can't manually repair a component indefinitely. It's gonna wear down, as you can see in that left column. At some point, the durability is gonna be so low, you'll have to bring it back to 100 by repairing on a pad. And in the future, you're gonna have to replace it or suffer from misfires. That's gonna be an issue, so watch for that and keep that in mind. Now that's really the short and sweet of it. There's not much to worry about. Make sure you mine with your coolers on. Make sure you're watching on the MFD. Just make sure you're paying attention. Now if you see me out there in the black, pop a flare for me.